Hey guys, good afternoon. I'm Zadia and I want to welcome you to my new phone. So hopefully it looks good. I'm going to try it out today with the Get Ready With Me. And actually this Get Ready With Me is because I'm going to be filming some videos this afternoon. And I wanted to take advantage of this Get Ready With Me to share some thoughts I've been having lately that also add to my philosophy on luxury bags and what type of bags to buy. So I was watching some videos. I really enjoy it. I love watching videos. Everybody has an interesting perspective and a new perspective for me to consider. I think my head's getting cut off, so let me just move this up a little bit. And so I don't, I always want to, oh, it actually went down. I always want to make sure that I take different perspectives in to make me think about, how I feel about it and maybe kind of clear up something I've been thinking about or feeling and I don't know how to express it. So I was watching two videos. Now, honestly, I do reference other YouTubers and it's not fair. Sorry, this is a touch lamp, so I guess it went on. It's not fair that I reference them and then I don't link them. Honestly, it's not because I don't want to, it's because I don't know how and I haven't really taken the time to figure that out. But I think what I'm going to start doing from now on is making sure that at least I find their names and I put them in the description, even if there's no link attached to it, because sometimes I don't remember their name. And so I can't properly reference them because I don't really pay attention to their YouTube handle. Anyway, that being said, I have there's one new woman who does luxury, and I just want to start with, actually there's two of them. One of them I do know, ABC Luxury, and she is a college professor, and she also enjoys luxury and wants to grow her YouTube video because she wants to make that a stream of income, which is fine, right? Again, just like everybody else. Oh, I dyed my hair. Oh, it looks really red. Wants to try and grow this into a business. So yeah, so her opinion, she doesn't do too much sponsored content. So honestly, of all the people, I feel like her thoughts and her reviews of her own bags, all of which, at least the luxury ones, she spends her own money on, right? So the bags she sponsors, obviously she doesn't spend her own money on, and she never, and not never, I'm just saying many YouTubers don't then spend their own money on a brand that already gifted them a bag. I'm not saying that's never happened, I'm just saying, right, if you get bags for free, why are you gonna spend your money on it? Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about in this video. What I'm talking about is that she was once having a conversation about the idea of getting these alternate or replica bags and how, yeah, they're really well made. Nobody's gonna know the difference and they're just getting so good and all this stuff, praising it, but that she would never get it because even though other people may not know it's fake, she does. And so since she knows it's fake, she doesn't want to invest in it. Because what matters is how she feels about it. And I get that, that makes sense, right? You do whatever you think feels comfortable for you. Oh, I found this very interesting. This is called Star Filter. This is not Glow Filter. Right? It has I have no idea what this is. And I see that it's very, very shimmer. Oh, I'm trying to spread this out. Let's see. We're gonna try this together. I keep on looking over here, but I actually should be looking there. So yeah, so she says I would know. And so therefore, that's enough for me to not want to buy a fake and make sure that I buy the original or the authentic version and spend my money on that, even if I have to save up for it. Yeah, okay, that's great. And actually that kind of stuck with me because I saw that video a long time ago. And it's almost like, well, I know it's fake. And I'm not saying that she's talking from a high horse type of scenario, but like, it's like for her, it's a point of, I don't know if it's a point of shame or whatever, which it could be. Oh, now my eyes are itchy. But it made me think this concept of no one will know, but I will know. And so I propose, or I thought about, turning the tables on that phrase. And so when I buy an alternate, no one's going to know. So only I'm going to know it's an alternate. So only I'm going to know that I didn't spend 2 months worth or a month's salary on a bag. Only I'm going to know that I didn't play some Hermes game where I spent $5,000 to have the privilege of paying $10,000 to $12,000 for a bag. Only I'm going to know that I didn't have to invest in time, energy, waiting, stress, and emotional turmoil over this. Only I'm going to know that I don't have to then pay for insurance. I don't have to then worry about whether I ruin the bag or stain the bag or cut the bag in some way, right? Only I'm going to know that I don't have to worry about reselling and getting my money back or making an investment. And only I'm going to know that I didn't miss any other financial opportunities because I invested in a leather bag. So I think that was actually perfect. The way she said that was perfect. And I turned that to apply to me. Only I'm going to know that. And when I know that, I am totally satisfied with that knowledge. And I can breathe a sigh of relief that I don't have to worry about any of those other things. And no one else is going to know unless they ask me. And then I'll be honest. I'll be like, no, it's an alternate. I'm not ashamed, and I'm not going to hide it, right? I'm not taking these bags that seriously. And once again, I actually, I'm just watching a video now where people are talking about being priced out of luxury, where back in the 2000s, it was expensive, but it was still attainable. Like it was something that seemed like, oh, I could go for that. That could be a realistic goal, right? So you could buy a really good luxury bag for $2,000 or $2,500 or whatever, $3,000, like really good. And I think about myself, obviously I was actually I would have been able to afford a bag like that at that time. I was not interested at that time per se. I had other things going on in my life, but like I could have bought bags. I could have bought a Chanel if I wanted to. I was making good money that I could do all of that. And I would love to have authentic bags. Like I would have loved, and I would have easily been like, you know what? I'm going to save up for it. This seems like a good price for what I'm getting, right? So in that sense, I wouldn't have bought any replicas. I wouldn't have bought any alternates. I would have, like a lot of people, save up and buy the bag. Here's the problem is that now it's so far out of reach and it's so unreasonable. That gap between what I make and what a luxury bag is turning me away from the luxury bag and making me go towards the alternates. And I'm not saying that's my fault. I'm just not willing to pay for it, so I'm going to go another route. This I feel like the luxury industry, ultra luxury industry, created this replica problem all by themselves. You could agree, disagree. I think they definitely had a hand in it because the alternate market, or the replica market, has gotten so good that they actually put themselves in this position. If it had been back in 2000s where maybe the replica bags weren't that great back then, I wasn't buying any kind of bags. I was just buying whatever bags from Italy. Not whatever. I mean, they were good, but they had no real name. They were just like really good leather satchels from stores in Florence. Yeah. So I was not interested, and I didn't really look too hard. I did notice that people were selling, the alternates on the street, or fakes, whatever you want to call them. I don't like the word fake. All bags are real. They carry your stuff, right? So I would say an alternate. But like now that I am interested, like I'm refusing to be a part of that. Anyway, so the ABC Luxury lady, she gave me that idea to frame my philosophy in that way. So I really want to thank her for that. And if people want to buy luxury, keep going. I mean, these designers need incentive to make new designs. So they need someone to buy. Maybe that's also part of why the prices have gone up, because less people are buying. And so, on top of also wanting to make their items more exclusive, and they're trying to like narrow, who can afford them, who can access, because they want to make sure that it stays exclusive so it doesn't lose value. But at the same time, they're also creating other problems. I'm sure you've seen videos about it. I'm not the first one talking about it, for sure. So she gave me the idea for this video, for this thought, and then, which of course led to this video. But then this other lady, I don't know her name. I just discovered her this morning. She talked about the hidden costs behind getting an Hermes bag. And she not only mentions the cost of the bag, the pre-spend, right? But also the tax, the insurance. Because if you're gonna buy a bag like that, many people are gonna want to insure it. And also maybe store it. And then if you're storing it, you might need a temperature control, so you have to pay for that. If you need anything fixed, of course you're gonna need to pay for that as well. The emotional payment that you're making in worrying about these bags every time you wear them and store them, and the value of them. And also you're paying for your opportunity cost. What could you have used that money for instead of that bag? Like, what would that same money would have gotten you had you invested in the stock market, had you invested it in yourself, put it towards education, put it towards something else, right? So there is an opportunity cost, and that's what they call opportunity cost with that. And I'm like, I didn't consider that as well, or at least consciously I didn't consider it. I did consider it, I think unconsciously. I was like, I don't want to spend my money on that. I want to spend my money on my travel, vacations, beauty treatments. Like, I'm older. I'm going to want to, do, treatments that are beneficial for my face. I'm getting older, right? So those are the things that I'm thinking about, because I can't buy fake plane tickets. I can't buy fake hotel. I can't buy fake beauty treatments. Like, I can't buy replicas of those things. I actually have to buy the actual thing. So that's where I need and I want to put my money towards. And, honestly, in terms of jewelry, I do want to buy good quality, authentic jewelry, because I do want gold and I want real gems. And so in terms of buying an item that I could buy a replica of, and I have some, basic jewelry from Amazon. Unless it's prohibitively expensive, like I'm not going to buy Van Cleef or anything like that, I'll buy authentic jewelry. Like, I like Majuri, and there's some other ones out there. I can't even think of them right now. Gorjana, I don't know if they do real gold, but my current favorite that I go to is Majuri, and they have very good quality jewels and gold and designs that are still reasonably priced. So that's what I'm going to go for. I think I like the star filter. It's kind of mild. It's a light foundation, which is what I'm looking for. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I'm kind of rambling on it. But, you know, speaking of spending money, I've been keeping track of my expenses for March. Now, I'm putting away for a trip to France, and I'm also splitting a trip to Puerto Rico with my husband. So I have a lot of expenses coming up, and I did invest in some jewelry recently, which I did post with Majuri, and actually their prices went up. They went through a price increase. So the stackable rings, those puzzle rings I bought, were $128. Now they're $148. So it went up by $20. And like everything's going through a price increase. Like I really wanted Polen, and I think probably Polen went up as well. So it's kind of getting harder and harder to keep up. Because, you know, when your salary doesn't go up the way these things go up, then it becomes a bigger and bigger gap. So my buying experience is getting further and further apart. And I think that's a good thing, actually. That's a good thing. I'm getting less and less interested as time goes on in buying bags. I'll be honest with you. Because the more I see them, the more I see all the dupes happening among the different luxury brands. They are copying each other. Like I love Chanel, and I did a video of my Chanel bags just recently. And I had mentioned that I was interested in maybe the Chanel 25. I like the Chanel 22. But I'm not pulling the trigger. Like I keep on holding back, and I think it's because I already have bags that are like that. I feel like Chanel, that 25 is like a hobo bag in a different style, in a Chanel-esque style. But I have my green suede Senko set, which has that bucket look, and then the sides. It doesn't have a side pockets. You know, it's a different design. But I'm realizing that for me, those two would kind of compete against each other. And I already spent the money on the Senko set. So I'm not gonna wanna, spend it again. Let me actually use my mirror for this. I don't know, tell me if you noticed that, What else? Also the Chanel 22. I don't know. I'm just not, I like it, but I know I'm not gonna like it. It's kind of like that Bottega Veneta hop bag, or the Jody small or medium. It's gonna be all soft and squishy, and everything's just gonna fall in there. And I can already envision that I'm gonna have a hard time getting anything out of that bag. And I already hate my trash bags with the tightening of the drawstrings, and the top cinches like that, to then open it to then add to the garbage bag. That I feel like that's what the Chanel 22 is going to make me do. It's going to be like opening that up. And I know a lot of people already associate it with like a garbage bag, but I can kind of see it. I can see that. So the more I think about it, the less I'm going to be wanting it, which is why I'm like not getting it. I'm more interested, I think, in getting some of the more mid-range bags and kind of finding special pieces in those. The only luxury bag currently I'm interested in getting would be maybe a special Fendi. I really like the beige Stingray, and I don't see that anywhere on any alternate site, so I might have to take a picture and send it to a seller who will then see if they can source it for me, and just tell them how much I'm willing to pay for it. Maybe $500 as a Stingray, unless they can get me a lookalike something. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw it out there and see what they come back with. or a Fendi from a reseller, like the Real Real, Vestiaire Collective, Fashion File, also Strathberry, Tusting. I don't know about Le Tenor. I'm not sure that I already have a Le Tenor bag, so I don't think I want another one. I have a Strathberry, but I think I want another one. I really like Strathberry, so I would consider it. But maybe a different design other than the nano one with the handle, and that went up in price. That's like over $500. I got mine for $330, and that was about a year and a half, almost a year and a half ago. So the prices are really changing. Even maybe a Pylon bag. But there are a lot of vintage style bags that I'm seeing on Fashion and Real Real that I would be definitely interested in. And they are some of these smaller brands. So I might go in that direction. I feel my pull going into more vintage and unique designs as opposed to more alternates of current styles. Because I feel like I have enough of those that I want to go a little bit off the wayside. Kind of like that outlet newspaper print Coach bag that I got, that I'm gonna upload a video on that as well. You might be seeing this video after I upload that one. I'm gonna try and wait so that the video sequencing makes sense. But yeah, anyway, let me continue doing my face. What else do I have here? Yeah, I don't do too much eye makeup. I did get a new mascara from Lancome at the airport because I wanted to get something duty-free that I needed while I was at the airport a while ago. But I still have this here. So I have the primer, which I realize is just as expensive as an actual mascara. I'm like, what? These I got for free. I mean, free meaning it came with a gift. And I think that's the only way I'm gonna use primer. I'm gonna get primer, mascara, only as part of some gift, which means if I'm buying something I actually need. Finances for this month will be really good. I've got my paycheck. I've been working extra hours. I'm going to get more income from my side hustle, and my goal is to put some of that money away in my high yield savings account and then pay off my credit cards with the rest. I did just pay off my Macy's card, which I used to buy my Rainbow Candy Crystal Tabby, and also my Empire Shoulder Burgundy, which honestly, I hate to say it, I'm thinking it's a regret. I'm thinking it's a regret because it's a very annoying bag with the handle. And I know now that I don't want a bag that has two shoulder handles that are not together. Like they stand apart like this on the side of the bag. And so when I put it on my shoulder, immediately one is gonna open up. And I'm gonna have to keep adjusting it or kind of squeeze it in my arm. It's fussy. That's a fussy shape. That's a fussy design, and I'm not feeling it. I'll be honest with you, I'm not feeling it. So I might have to give up on that one eventually. Luckily, it wasn't expensive. It was $275, and I might be able to resell it for $200. I have to see what they're going for. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's not a bag for me. I'm gonna try and wear it. I want to give it the chance. Okay, I think this is enough for me, my makeup. Actually, I think this red does not go with this red. This is an orange. I feel like this is more of an orange lipstick. I might have to get another lipstick. You know what? I will. I'm gonna be right back. Hey, I came back. So I got this. This is what I was looking for. This Celine red lipstick that they gave me as a sample when I went to the store just to look at their bags. So I'm gonna see if I can put that on it. I don't know how easily this lipstick will come off. This is like a matte, thick matte lipstick. It may be hard to do that. So yeah, so I'm paying for the trips. This month I have to get a place in Bordeaux. So I have a lot of money commitments coming up. And my budget for March is very tight. Actually, for groceries, I only assigned $250. Just over $100 right now. So I'm on target for that. For essentials, I think I did overspend on essentials. I bought sunscreen and something else I need. Oh yeah, I got like the new phone, obviously. So I had to pay taxes on that because I traded in my old Samsung Flip 4 and I got the Flip 7, so 3 generations. And so I was able to get $500 for my phone. This one was $1,100. And so I traded it in and I had to pay $137 in the taxes. And then it's an extra $25 a month for the next 2 years. And I made the plunge on that because one, my other phone had like this crack in the middle that was really getting annoying. And then, you know, this one supposedly has a better camera, more space. And so I said, you know what, it's time for an updated phone. So the Flip 8 is actually coming out soon, which is why they said just get the 7, because the 7 is, you know, kind of gonna be not the newest thing. And so they're already reducing it in price. And your Flip 4 will also be worth less the further the generations go. I don't know, maybe they just convinced me, maybe that's not true, I don't know, but here we are, it's already done. The only thing is, what's annoying is that they kind of threw in a little charger port in there with my buying, because I bought the screen protector, and then they just attached it. I'm like, is this part of it? Is this free? They're like, no, this is separate. And they just treated it as you're just gonna buy the whole thing, and unfortunately I kind of fell for it. And then I come home, I'm like, I already have phone chargers. I don't need another one. I need to go back and give it back. So they're very sneaky about that. So I spent money on that. Later this month, I'm going to my dermatologist, Dr. Idris, and she's going to do probably some filler here and some Botox, and I need the money to pay for that. Okay, so that's where my money's going. All right, so I've been using this, and actually there's a lot here. And I can't fake that. I'm not gonna group on my face, okay? I am going to pay someone to do a great job. So to do a great job, I'm gonna get a real professional, and that's gonna cost money. Okay. Yeah, this color's a little better, right? So the videos I'm gonna be filming today are gonna include my March favorites, or what I'm using in March so far, because honestly, I haven't done that one yet, and we're halfway through March already. And I forgot, I was gonna do something. Oh, maybe my Coach collection. I have like a mini, I only have 3 bags. But I think that's enough to say I have a collection. And I do have Coach shoes. I forgot about those. I'm glad I thought of it. And maybe some ideas for my spring bags. Okay, how's this? This red, I think, goes a little bit more. I feel like I might be cool toned. I always thought I was warm toned, but I think this kind of red with the blue in it looks better on me than the orangey red. I think the orangey red makes my teeth look yellow. And this one is a little better. Like, I do need to do a little bit more whitening. I drink a lot of coffee, and I have been drinking tea, which I know stains your teeth. But I do there's like a whitening brush that I put on at night, and sometimes I have those whitening pads. I need to do them more regularly. So that's kind of a project, something I want to be doing nightly as a routine to make sure my teeth stay or get white again. So yeah, I think this is all I'm gonna do for now. So stay tuned. You're gonna see a couple of videos coming up during the week where I'm going to be dressed like this in this outfit. I'm gonna show you the full outfit. It's outfit of the day. Actually, I will show you it right now. So I'm wearing this shirt. I don't even know where I got it from, but I just love it. I love the polka dot. And then I have these shorts. So you can tell they're shorts. And then I'm gonna be wearing my little Chanel like ballerina flats with it. It's gonna look cute. I don't know. Maybe it won't go, but my style is that things don't need to necessarily completely go with each other. I want things to not quite work out sometimes. Just to push the envelope. It's experimental, right? I'm experimenting with my wardrobe, and I'm using all my items in all these different ways to, one, use them, and to discover my style as it shifts and evolves. Like, I like looking different. I love playing around with my wardrobe and trying new things. So you'll be seeing some outfits in my outfit of the day videos that may not quite get along, or you wouldn't think of combining those things, but that's my goal. That's what I'm gonna do, and I think it's interesting and different. I don't want to look like everybody else. I really don't. So yeah, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my videos. All right, bye.